Beach. Used to rock them tapes. Mixtape. But now I'm
We live.
Sir.
What's going on, gentlemen?
And the last one in is a
Shocking.
rotten egg.
I can't believe it.
Me.
It's unlike him.
I'm the one rushing home from work trying to make sure I make it in time.
Pizza Cornholio.
Well, you know, it's much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. You put value on this thing of ours.
And them chips.
Them look like Pringles, man. You got some extras?
Come get one. I'll leave them on the front porch.
Who in here? Talk to us. Talk to us.
Tracking distancing.
What's up, people? We live here at the turntable. We want to say shout outs to everyone that want to spend part of their Sunday afternoon with us. The weather is beautiful here.
For a short minute. Yeah.
It is beautiful here. So we appreciate y'all spending a little bit of time to talk hip hop with us for a minute. So in case you don't know, I'm Haiku. This is the turntable. We discuss everything relevant to hip hop. We got my man Jinx.
Turn your volume down.
Who, my volume?
It was me.
Okay.
How's mine?
So with us today, we got Jinx from United Grind. Hi, Jinx.
My Cash App's in the handle. I'm thought.
Happy birthday.
Happy B-Day. Happy B-Day.
How old are you?
Don't ask me that.
I think I'm still the youngest one.
Quite possibly. I don't think that's changed, Garbs.
It never changed since you was born, Garbs, but that's beside the point.
But yeah, you know, I'm officially OG. I was officially OG last year, but you know what I'm saying? Just appreciate everybody showing me love, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got my B-Day vices on deck.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
There you go.
I'm good. But I'm broke, so cash at me. Goddamn.
No doubt.
Did Speed say he wasn't gonna be able to make it?
He said he was gonna try. Like I think he said he was gonna come in and come out. Hey,
no, Jinx a hater. That's all that is. Happy birthday, son.
Hey, I saw you down there, bro. I was like, I'm gonna make him wait.
That ain't right.
Hey, I got a fan rocking, so if y'all hear that, let me know and I'll cut it off.
I got a fan rocking too, man. So it's all good.
Straight.
All good. Well, we got Speed in the building from Rhyme Royal.
What up, people?
We also got Guard in it.
Giving birthday shout outs.
We giving birthday shout outs. Go ahead, Speedy. I know you got one.
We giving birthday cash apps.
Birthday cash app. Get up, Jinx. Drop some bucks in Jinx cash app. Happy birthday to my lovely wife Alana. It's her birthday today.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Cuzzo.
Me and Speed's
my man
Brian.
My man Brian Marshall is his birthday today. Happy birthday. My man Zell is his birthday today. Happy birthday. Let's go.
Our Taurus representing.
Actually, I feel like I'm missing a couple people too, but everybody.
Dang. All right.
Yeah, count back 9 months and like, what everybody doing, man? What's going on?
Hey.
That wifey?
Auntie.
Okay. What happened? What's happening?
That's Auntie right there. Mrs. Smith. Auntie, how are you?
I'm at L1 in the building, man.
Yeah. We also have Siege here as part of the panel from E.com. Last but not least, of course. There you go.
It's the longest introduction ever, bro.
Let's get into it. I know I got my I got my libation.
Yeah, we toasting up for our homies. Hold up.
Yeah. Actually, do that. But just so everybody knows, if you've never tuned into the turntable before, you know, it's a podcast video cast that we do every other Tuesday and Thursday, and on Sundays we go live with much more of a free flowing, you know,
conversation.
Free flow. But if you want to tune in to our actual episodes on YouTube, hit the link or the YouTube address is in the bottom. Look up United Grind, and you can see our episodes, our structured episodes, where we talk about a lot of good hip hop content and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
But we here today, we just gonna talk shit and swallow spit. So you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right.
Afterwards, I'm gonna go and make pancakes.
Appreciate it.
That's what's up.
Well, all right. Well, hey, let's do a toast.
Good looking.
Let's do a toast to Jinx and all the other birthday people today.
We drink champs today, baby.
We drink champs. That's right. Hold them up. There you go. Clank it up.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I'm gonna go.
Dang, I was looking for a good cigar today. I couldn't find me something on the fly, but
oh well, you know, a Fuente. You know what I'm saying? It's a good budget cigar. You know what I'm saying? This is that good quarantine cigar. You know what I'm saying? It's $5 to $6, man, and it's a good smoke, baby. I'm very much a cigar connoisseur. You know what I'm saying? And I actually wanted to kind of get into who we are a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, not what I'm saying, but people don't really necessarily know us if you not from where we're from, but outside of that. You know what I'm saying? Just get a little background, man. Let's start at Garbs, new edition.
All right. What up? My name is Garbs Infinite. A little bit of background story on me. Been in the game for a couple of decades.
What game?
Music, entertainment, marketing, promotions, all that. Multiple streams. So I started back in the day with the Butter Sheet and became a co-host of the Butters Radio. Then I eventually became the primary host of the Butters Radio. Been on 2 different radio stations, 88.7, 91.1. Award-winning college radio show, you know what I'm saying? Even though I never went to the schools, I still was holding it down for the community of Cleveland hip-hop. Co-founder of Spitboxing, co-founder of the Ohio Hip Hop Awards, MC, producer extraordinaire.
Next,
my man.
I'm going on and on.
Like I do a little bit of something.
That man got my man's resume, bro. I made that up on the fly. You was prepared, bro.
They ever asked me, I know what to say.
All right, well,
Steve, that's you. You up next.
Speed.
Oh, me?
Speed. Yeah.
All right, my name is Speed. Some people got the habit of calling me Robert Speed Hill, but that's fine, I guess.
That's what it says in your Facebook account.
That is correct. So, mostly around Cleveland, I'm known as one half of the group Rhyme Royal. I do a little writing, do a little shooting. We still make hot music.
When you say shooting, what do you mean shooting?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that came out funny, didn't it?
You gotta clarify.
Gun bars.
Gun bars. Yeah, camera work, man. A little videography, stuff like that. Yeah, so that's basically the size of it, man. I had a couple of local regional websites that got some holler. Right now, I'm working on some things, but I'll leave it there. That's about the size of it.
All right. That's what's up.
Siege Easy.
Absolutely.
What up? Name is Siege. One part of E.com. Been in the Cleveland, actually the Ohio hip hop scene for the better part of 2 decades. I feel like I've been through almost every era because I started out in Cleveland when Cleveland's hip hop scene was just getting started. Left, went to Ohio State, and helped build Columbus's hip hop scene as it was just beginning, and then came back to Cleveland for like the second era of Cleveland hip hop. So I feel like I'm connected to a lot of eras, a lot of people, met a lot of people. I produce, I rhyme, a lot of writing. There's me. Very opinionated. from what people tell me.
Yes, Siege is our resident Simon Cowell.
Well, damn.
Oh, damn. That's funny. All right. Yo, I'm Haiku, the other half of E.com. Been doing this. I've been knowing Siege for 20 years, 20 plus years. So we've been doing hip hop, essentially, been doing music in some way, shape, or form for as long as we've known each other, even before that. I'm known as a triple threat because I sing, write, rap, and produce. So I do all of that. Also,
it's quadruple.
I need to cue up that video of you doing the acoustic guitar solo. Hold up.
That was slick. That was slick.
That's light.
Yeah,
I'm gonna cue that up one of these days, but I'm gonna just play it too.
I need to start practicing it. That's the case. So love music, love what we do. Always writing. Music is a way of life for us. We all have different things we do, but I've met a lot of family through this, and to me, that's what music has really extended the family that I have. It's a good thing. What are you, Sean?
Cash App's coming in, baby. Hold up.
All right. There you go.
Jinx got an OnlyFans page.
Hey, I'm about to.
Making it rain.
Jinx saving up for that neck level cigar. That's what that is.
Hey, if I don't get a couple more, it's gonna be an OnlyFans. I'm gonna be swinging his dick.
I wouldn't expect it.
Were you done?
Yeah, he done.
Oh, I'm done now.
Yo, what number beer is that? What number beer is that?
No, this is just the one.
Hey, it's his birthday. Go ahead, man.
One of many.
Sure, this ain't doing nothing. This ain't doing nothing.
Live your life, man.
No, you know what I'm saying? I'm High Jinx, you know what I'm saying? AKA Jinx, most high of United Grind, founder of United Grind, and hip hop lives in the Midwest movements. And I am, I guess, the producer of the turntable, so to speak.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? I met a lot, you know what I'm saying, of the fellas here at the table on the Cleveland hip hop scene during my tenure with the group Play Havoc with my brother and good friend, Vice Electric. Vice comes on the turntable every now and then, you know what I'm saying? So we got to set something up with him real soon, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, like I said, I just wanted to take a little bit of time to, you know, just get a little bit personable with, you know, the people that's watching, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just let them know, you know, who we are, what we about, and why we feel like we got the right to sit up here and talk shit about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've all been involved, you know what I'm saying, over the years, and, you know, not even just on a local level, like, you know what I'm saying? We've been all around, you know, doing a lot of different things and, you know, touched a lot of different people, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, it was just important for us to just, you know, just let people know, you know what I'm saying? And we'll probably do more of this during the live streams, you know what I'm saying? Whereas if you tune in to the actual episodes on our YouTube page, definitely do that and subscribe and fuck with our episodes because we got a lot more structure. Right now, we just, like I said, man, we just kicking it today.
Word them up. Well, I'm curious to see what people want to talk about today. I mean, we've been talking.
I got something very important to talk about.
Oh, okay,
let's get it.
You know what I'm saying? There's something as a culture that we have failed to do, and you know, I think that it's important that that we really get to the bottom of why, as a culture, that we've never actually named this particular hip hop dance right here.
It's the East Coast Stomp.
East Coast Stomp, man.
I've seen Speed do it several times. Now the thing is, the problem
is that the East Coast Stomp? Literally, is that the name of it?
Yeah.
When I saw
you
that,
made that up. You made that up.
No, it's called the East Coast Stomp, but she not bringing her leg. You gotta bring your knee up when you do it.
The knee was not
a little bit of movement, but
you know what I'm saying. And I think stretch was like the was like the infamous for putting that little swing on it. That
Flavor Flav had his own version too.
Yeah, he did. I think
he had a version. Chris Cross had a version.
Leaders of the New started it, didn't they?
Leaders of the New started it.
I feel like Flavor Flav did.
Flavor Flav would have been the origin, and then everybody else just added.
No, that was just Flavor just walking.
That was
He wasn't trying to do that. He wasn't
keeping it real. The dance does look a little crackhead-ish.
Hey,
well, when you add all the extra stuff in there, it definitely look crackheadish.
But
the way she's doing it in that video,
here's the thing,
streamlined it.
I need people to understand. It was never a dance that you did at the club. That was strictly rappers on stage.
Video. Rap.
Yeah, that's a rap video. Rappers on stage. You never saw anybody in the club doing that dance. You never saw anybody at parties doing that dance.
You did.
You did. Look at the screen like speak for yourself.
That's my bro. That's my bro, man. You know what I'm saying? From
who that?
My bro from the 4th grade. He the one to send me that little cash app to me. You know what I'm saying? It's a shout out to my homeboy.
Cheers. What's the name?
Tim.
Oh, okay.
Cheers.
That's love.
Scoop.
That's what's up. But yeah, the Speed was at Vale's every weekend. Was they doing that dance, Speed?
Nah, man.
I ain't think so.
Not at all.
There wasn't one dude doing that dance. There had to be one dude.
What was going on around that time when that dance was hot?
The Cabbage Patch?
Nah, that precedes that.
I'm kidding.
Oh man.
Now I remember when Cass was what was that? That was like the early DMX era, and what was they crew? What was their name? Rough Riders crew when everybody was doing this shit.
Nah, you made that up. Don't nobody know. Nobody knows what you're talking about.
That's the Harlem Shake. You talking about the Harlem Shake?
Yeah, that didn't look anything like that.
It looked like a Harlem Shake.
Like the Harlem Shake. I think that was what you were attempting to do. I can't do that. I didn't even try.
The screen too little, man. I couldn't see my whole.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
So anybody else?
Club cat was in that joint. None of y'all cats with the clubs.
Nigga, I stayed in the club. What are you talking about, bro?
I ain't talking about the pole kind.
Yeah, I've stayed.
We been real like
nigga. There's not a club in Cleveland that I haven't been to, bro. Trust me.
You know what I'm talking about, dude.
Yeah, I was in G's and Moet every Sunday. You understand me? But yeah, shit. I used to go from the shows that we had to the clubs, nigga.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like every weekend, like, all right, we done performing. I'm at the club, bro.
You know, I was in my 20s. I worked like right out of college. I worked second shift downtown, so I would leave my job and go into the flats. And anybody that's not from Cleveland or not from the Cleveland area, Northeast Ohio area, and you haven't heard of the flats was like the place to be in the 90s and 2000s in Flats if you wanted to kick it. Yeah, it was like a little section of downtown Cleveland where everybody used to hang out.
The Flats at its peak was kind of like a mini Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
The Flats was crazy.
So.
The Flats was crazy. At its peak, it was nuts.
I'm thankful that
everybody who ain't from Ohio is leaving the chat right now. So
okay,
we have to broaden the conversation up a little bit, man. But my man Tim, he says we're the perfect combination of nothing but hip hop. So you got, you know what I'm saying, to tip your hat to that. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason that, you know what I'm saying, I ran and got these specific cats, man, because I feel like it's just important that we know our shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't know everything and we miss stuff sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, sometimes in the episode, I'll be like, man, like we really missed something. Like
Straight Outta Compton?
Yes. If you didn't see the last episode of the Turntable, we talked about defining a hip hop movie, you know what I'm saying? And one of the movies that we missed was Straight Outta Compton. Like,
and that's a great movie.
Like, how did we manage to do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
There was another movie that I actually forgot to shout out, man. I don't know if any of y'all ever seen it, but did y'all see the movie Bodied?
No.
Pieces. I saw clips, pieces and clips.
Yeah. Like,
What is
I didn't see the whole thing.
Hold on. If you've never seen the movie Body, we actually had like 2 episodes where we could have discussed this movie in particular, but this is a movie that actually came out via YouTube. You can watch it there.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about battle rap.
Mm-hmm.
So you saw it, Jinx? You liked it?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Okay.
That clip is problematic.
It's a movie, Speed, so they're gonna go over the top on certain things.
Oh yeah, it's way over the top.
Yeah. I remember when this first came out.
Ain't that the cat from Hustle and Flow?
No, that ain't him. No.
He was Ren from the Hip Hop Dalmatians.
Was he?
Now I'm playing.
Oh.
Now, Bodied had a bunch of actual battle rappers in it.
Yeah, they actually had battle rappers in it.
I think that's the dude from 8 Mile. The white, not 8 Mile. I mean, Hustle and Flow.
Didn't?
Oh yeah, it is, Speed. It is.
Didn't M produce it?
Yeah, M's one of the producers.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh yeah. I remember when it came out. I was gonna see it, just missed it. So if it's on YouTube, I check it.
That movie became a punchline for a lot of battle rappers. Like after the next year, you heard a lot of body punchlines in dudes' rhymes.
Like an anger or a comedy?
What'd you say?
Like an anger or a comedy?
In battle rap, using it against people that were actually in the movie.
Just using it as a reference. I thought you were saying like they was using that like fuck this movie or something like.
Nah. Like when you be battling one of the dudes that was in the movie in real life, they was using it, using the material.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, after that,
I didn't know about that, but here's my thing: is that the person that was in the movie and got paid to be in the movie, how you gonna come at somebody, talk trash about them being paid to be in a movie about battle rap?
And that was usually the comeback.
Paid to do that shit, so it's like, oh, well, say what you want, say what you like.
Yeah,
you got paid to do that shit.
That was usually the comeback.
We did a battle rap. Well, it ain't came out yet, but we did an episode. But I wanted to reference something that you just said, Guard, because I think Siege makes a comment in that episode, and I ain't gonna like really go into it, but made a comment about written aspect. No, Jinx made that comment about the written aspect of what's going on in 8 Mile. But I think you can find them on YouTube. They actually go through and like make everybody really like battle and rap. Like people had to battle them on stage, and like a lot of people that actually made it into the movie battle M to get into the movie. Yeah. So even though a lot of the actual the stuff that was portrayed in the movie was pre-written and stuff, them people had to actually be able to rap to make it up on set.
Well, the thing is, I think some of the people that were there during the first Cleveland versus Detroit battle that happened back in the day, early 2000s, some of the people that were
Quest McCody.
McCody was in there, and there was one other person too who was part of it.
I was doing too much. My computer said, "Nigga, chill."
We noticed.
Mm-hmm.
He held it down for you.
I'm glad it kept going. I didn't know if it was going to keep going or not. So that's what's up.
Why? And that's one of the reasons why Speed, the point that you bring up, that was one of the reasons why I really appreciated 8 Mile. That was one of the reasons why I really appreciated the movie, because I thought that there was a level of authenticity that was there you know, because I've known people, you know, I can't tell you how many stories that I've heard about how M battled all them cats at Scribble, this, that, and the third, and how that was. And people that were there were like, yo, it was good, but there have been other battles that have happened there that have been just as good, just as epic. And you know, I just knew that him making a film about that and hearing all the, I want to say that the extended version, I want to say the extended version of the DVD has got like a list, like all the battles. Siege, you were telling me about that, right? Where it's just like,
I was just about to say, it's got behind the scenes footage, and Cats was trying to test Eminem in between filming, and we're getting dealt with.
Yeah,
I bet.
If you can get a hold of 8 Miles DVD, it has behind the scenes footage, and there's some actual battles that took place that are on film of Cats trying to get at Eminem in between scenes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's part of what I saw on YouTube. You can catch some of that on YouTube.
Okay.
But they you know, go through a bunch of them battles and stuff.
I heard dude lost his voice. He was battling so much.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, what more you want for the culture? You know what I'm saying? What more you want? Okay, so let me
shout out my cousin, man.
I'll do that.
You know what I'm saying? Donnell, man, appreciate that. Happy birthday. My Cash App is still in the handle. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
All right.
So let me ask y'all this. There have been a couple of hip hop docs that I've watched and I've enjoyed. The Black Album doc, I really enjoyed that.
Fade to Black.
Yep, Fade to Black. I really enjoyed that. And I'm really a big fan of the Netflix one. I want to say it's a Hip Hop Evolution. Okay. Which is dope. I think that kind of sets the standard, at least in my opinion, sets the standard. Everybody, East, West Coast, South, it's everyone, right? Mm-hmm. What's the best hip hop doc that you've experienced, that you've seen, and that you've enjoyed? Or what would be a hip hop doc that you'd want to see? Maybe that's a better question. What's the hip hop doc that you want to see?
There's a few that I really like. I can't remember what this one was called, but Ice-T made one, and it had everybody. You seen that one?
I remember that.
I can't remember. It was a couple years ago, but it was really good, and it went all over the place. And of course, I mean, it's Ice-T, who's, you know, hip hop royalty. So you know what I mean? Like he taught from everybody to Eminem to Immortal Technique to, you know what I'm saying? Like it was really done.
Was that the first season of Hip Hop Evolution? No. Hip Hop Evolution was the same dude. But I know what you're talking about because he interviewed Eminem in that. Because he said Eminem was like one of the best rapper ever or something like that.
Yeah. There was a documentary like a week ago with the boy, I believe his name was Cartoon. It had a lot of hit. Yeah. It was about the cat who tattoos all the, basically who's been tattooing all the hip hop artists over the years. It was pretty dope, and it had, you know, a lot of hip hop history in there because the dude used to run with like Cypress and a bunch of other cats. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he was in the scene, and they taped everything from back then. So it's like all types of footage, backstage footage, all types of shit like that. Like all of Eminem's tats was by this dude. You know what I'm saying? The 50 Cent back tat. You know what I'm saying? It was by this dude, so it's a pretty dope doc, man.
Yeah, that's on the list.
Definitely check it out. Speaking of 50, though, did y'all hear this nigga's newest beef?
With the graffiti artist.
Oh, with the over in Australia. Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about, Jakes?
Yeah.
This nigga, yes.
With no teeth.
He can't win that battle.
This nigga has been doing murals of 50, dog. Just all
50's
types.
Mad, but he can't win that battle. You need to just bow out.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do on that.
Hold up. He had one where he blended 50's face and Oprah's, bro.
I saw one with Taylor Swift.
I saw that one.
He blended Taylor Swift and 50's face.
You see that?
There it is.
He got him with no brim on his New York hat, bro.
Man.
50, look, he even posted it. He's like, man, who is this dude, bro?
That's
He
all.
got the Post Malone, 50 Malone.
Yeah.
I didn't see this one.
That's terrible.
He can't win that, man.
He
Donald
can't
Trump.
There's nothing you can There's nothing you can do with that, bro.
Yeah, so 50 just need to
Dude,
leave
like
that
I
man
got
alone.
time today. Dude, like I got time today, bro.
Yep.
A whole mural on a whole wall. Like, what did this dude do? What did 50 do to this dude, bro?
All right, I got a
That's
question.
probably what 50's saying.
This came up a couple times in the last few weeks. So if any of y'all checked out this Black as Fuck show on Netflix,
I started.
you know, like I'm wondering what y'all think about that show and what y'all think about Kenya Barris's shows in general.
Okay, I will. Can I open up the conversation?
Savage.
You got it, sir.
I know a lot of people are mad at the show. I know that, you know, a show is a piece of art, in my opinion, so it ain't for everyone. But let me tell you this, all right? Let me say this. This dude is following a formula that it's the same formula that Larry David, the creator of Seinfeld, did. This is the exact same thing. He did Seinfeld, and then he did Curb Your Enthusiasm. This is
I love Curb.
Yeah, Curb
Your Enthusiasm is essentially Seinfeld with no rules.
My man Tim put me on to Curb Your Enthusiasm. My man Tim in the comments, he's like, "You got to watch this show." I was like, "Oh, nigga, I love it."
Yeah.
So
Black as Fuck is the same. It's the same thing to me. To me, it's the same thing, except for I do feel like there is some history that he still continues to drop in every episode. I'm only three episodes in. So there's definitely some ignorant parts, right? This is not the way to properly parent. This isn't not real model.
That's the idea. I mean, I get that.
Right.
I get the fact that it's supposed to be like a far left, but for me, like for it to be the show to be called Black AF, Black as Fuck, like there's something missing. Like there's components. Like a lot of people have different gripes about it, as far as like, you know, some people have been griping about, you know, like the people not being relatable. You know, they're super rich. Everybody's light skinned. You know what I'm saying? Like all these different aspects people are complaining about. And I think that, okay, cool. Like y'all, you know what I'm saying? You're playing a rich family, a family that's coming to money and all this type of stuff. But there's no there's no relatable aspect. Like for me, there just has to be something that's missing. You know what I'm saying? Like you're super rich. I can't relate to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, y'all kind of like white bread a little bit. I can't relate to that.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Jinx, to be honest, let me say this. You're not a parent. So you can't relate to that. I'm telling you as a parent.
True that.
I can see that. I can tell you as an uncle, I can relate to these talking to young people and trying to talk to, you know, a young lady and say, hey, twerking on camera isn't the thing to do because of these things, you know, these issues. I mean, I think there's pros and cons to it. But I
like the Cosbys though, bro. So the family thing, that's a weak argument, bro.
But the Cosbys was black as fuck in real life though.
They was.
As we're finding out.
The thing about this is that it's entertainment. It's entertainment. So not everything that is put there to entertain us or people in general is supposed to always be relatable. Sometimes it's just supposed to be something a little bit different. And I think intentionally it wasn't made for every single person to relate to.
It's called Black as Fuck, bro.
Right. I think you know what, John? I think what you just said is partially my problem with the show. I'm 4 episodes in, so I'm one ahead of Haiku. But the biggest problem I have with the show, I think I posted it somewhere online, was the biggest problem I have is exactly the part of his other show, Blackish, that I don't like, makes up the entirety of the show. I have a little bit of a problem. I'm not a big Curb fan, but I have a little bit of a problem with that whole concept being kind of swiped, but whatever. If you can pull it off, you can pull it off. But I think for the show as a whole, when Blackish first came out, first 5 or so episodes, I'm like, this dude is a black man that came up and he's raising his black family in a white community and trying to maintain some portion of the way he grew up, his blackness and his blah 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 blah. Yeah. And that's some real shit. The problem is it plays out in a way that always makes him look nuts. So it's like, you know, you take some stuff that would be a real thing, and I'm sure
that's the curve. That's the curve aspect of it, though.
The thing that would be serious for, I'm sure, for Kenya as well. You take that and you make it some clown show shit, and that kind of bothers me. It's like that's something a real father would have to deal with. I mean, all of us to some, well, you know, 3 of us anyway, have to deal with that. It's like, you know, if I'm looking at my son like, yo, he's missing something, and I'm trying to feed him that something, and it come off in some clown show kind of way, then I'm looking like I'm just kind of belittling it. I mean, that's some real shit there, and it's kind of being sold as silly and shit. And that always bothers me about. Yeah, it is comedy, but it always bothered me about Blackish, and it bothered me even more.
But here, let me say this, right? Let me say this. To me, it's the same argument that we have with music today. All right. You talked about you didn't like gun bars. You don't like, not that you don't like gun bars, but you're tired of them, right? You're tired of them. There's nothing wrong with gun bars. The issue with gun bars is that there's no balance, that there's nothing on the other side that actually balances out. You can have this show. Yeah. You just need to have the other side. And one show is not going to be able to do it for everyone. We should be able to have the Cosby Show and Black as Fuck at the same time. That's the problem. Now, here's the issue.
Yeah, I agree.
Those other shows get the same chance to be out.
Say that again.
I said, do those other shows get an opportunity to be out like Black as Fuck does? Do they actually get an opportunity to have the same chance of being greenlighted like Black as Fuck does? And I would say they don't.
Oh, they don't. Well, I'm gonna say this. There are a lot more, shows out that detail the Black experience in various ways. Like I like Insecure. That's one of the shows that I rock with. You know what I'm saying? And I think as far as like young Black people, it's like just a great, like, wide, you know what I'm saying, depiction of the different personalities, young Black people, you know what I'm saying, in the dating world and all that type of stuff. I think it's a great depiction. You get so many different varieties of the Black diaspora, you know what I'm saying, with it, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that I don't feel like there's other shows that do it. I just feel like we put too much pressure on each individual show to be everything to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not mad at a silly ass show, you know what I'm saying, with a bunch of Black people.
Okay, so
it's just not funny. It's just not funny. It's just not funny.
Here's my response to that. Here's my response to that, because I don't want to come off like I'm saying
I don't need to be educated by my comedy, bro. I don't need it.
He ain't do it for me, or he ain't doing the Black the way I want him to do the Black. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is his shows in general, all of them, and I watch all his shows. All his shows are presented in a way that's like, I am really woke to what's going on and what's being fed to us as Black people. And I want to present that, but I want to make it comedic. All his shows are based on that. So this show in particular, he's taking his feelings about being this Black man in this white world, and which is some real shit. I'm saying he's presenting woke, but then he's clowning his own wokeness. So it's like, I'm not saying do Black the way I want you to do Black. I'm saying he's doing this version of being woke, but then he's making fun of being woke at the same time. And it's like, how you gonna do both? How you gonna be like?
I don't. Here, let me interject real quick.
Show ain't funny.
Let me throw this out here, because like I completely disagree with that perspective, because at the end of the day is that it's a television show. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let it just be that. Like,
is it just a television show though?
Hold on, let me finish. Is that the thing is that it doesn't have to, you just accept it for what it is. If you like it, cool. If you don't like it, then don't. Like,
okay, so what is it?
Everything doesn't have to sit here and be, that's his way of presenting the messages that he wants to put out there. And a lot of people completely disagree with you and love the show. I think that not everything is going to be presented in the manner that you expect it or want it to be. You just have to let it be and accept
Let me tell you this. You said,
before you say something, there's one person that hasn't said anything in regards to this conversation yet. Let's let Siege say what he got to say first, if he has a comment to say, because he hasn't said not one thing during this whole time.
Watch that shit. CJ watch that shit.
No, CJ watch this shit.
I watched it. I'm only 2 episodes in, but I watched it. I'm cool with it.
Skip the 5.
Skip to 5.
Yeah, if somebody said watch this show but start at episode 5, I probably would have finished it.
All right, so here's my thing. I need us as a people, and I'm not singling anybody out. I'm talking to us as a people, everyone. We got to stop. We got to stop discrediting stuff for people being successful. So a lot of criticism I heard about this show is the same criticism I heard about the Cosby Show. Oh, they rich. I can't relate to that. That's a good thing that we got some people that are rich and on TV and showing how they live. The Cosbys, people, when I was young, they were like, oh, that would never happen. I can't relate to that. He's a doctor. She's a lawyer. Yep. We need to start knowing that can happen, and it's not a fantasy. People think of that as something that is unrealistic and it can't happen. This is aside from the show being good or bad. It's just that I need us to, when we are presented with positive Black people, successful Black people, embrace that shit. Think it's something that you can do, something to aspire to, something that we're already doing. We always look at it as something that, that'll never happen for me. Or we don't do that.
That ain't real.
Yeah.
I'm responding to that.
I applaud your comments, bro.
And I wasn't talking to you, Jake.
I know you were.
Everybody.
I know you were. Right. But I just wanted to be clear that there's a difference between something being relatable and something being unrealistic. Okay. Those are two completely different things.
People said the Cosbys was unrealistic.
The Cosbys, to me, at the time, I didn't know nobody that had the type of money the Cosbys had. So to me, it was unrealistic, but it was relatable to me.
I feel you.
Cosby was relatable. The family, the dynamic of the family, how the father was, like, it was realistic to me. It was like, I know people like that, or they remind me of people that I know. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's the difference. Like, to me, the Cosbys is relatable. It's not real. It may not be realistic to people, but it's relatable. Black as fuck. For it to have that title, I expect more relatability. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming in like, you know what I'm saying? What's happening?
People have a conception of what Black as fuck means already in their mind. And Black is everything. It encompasses a wide range of stuff. It's not just a narrow. But I think people go in with a narrow-minded point of view.
No. I think you can detail a rich family and still have it be, you know what I'm saying, relatable.
I don't think that. Look, I mean, either if you like the show, cool. If you don't like it, it's still cool. I totally agree with what Brandon was saying. We should be able to we should be able to we should be able to have a show like this. I really think that there is. I really think we have a balance issue, because we've just listed shows, right? I bet if we listed Black shows, right, that we enjoyed or didn't enjoy or whatever the case may be, man, we're gonna list a whole bunch of sitcoms. We're gonna list. I think my thing. And so I'm saying this. I promise you, one thing I loved about the Cosby Show is that they talked about history, and they presented it in a way that Cosby green lighted. Cosby was like, we're presenting it this way. Let me tell you something about Blackish. Let me say something about Black as Fuck. They are presenting history. They still present history. It may not be in the presentation that you like.
That Thanksgiving episode on Blackish.
Listen, well, the first episode of Black as Fuck, when they talk about why Black people, the whole thing about Sunday's Finest, that whole episode, I was like, oh my God, look at that history that's right there. You don't look at the mirror. And so I'll say this: when I watch shows like what's the zombie show that everyone's been watching?
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. You said it on one of the last shows. It's not about zombies. It has nothing to do with zombies. Zombies are in it, but they're just it's in the backdrop, right? this show is really not about. It ain't about being like super uber black, right? It ain't that. It ain't that. What the show is about is families and how this dude is dealing with being black, being successful, and the fact that, man, I still have problems.
And the same thing happens in music. I meant to say this in my first point was like, people talk about Jay-Z like that. Oh, he just raps about money. It's a good thing being successful. That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I understand people have their preferences or whatever, but we tend to knock down people for being successful.
Yeah, I get 100% why people are on this show. I get it, and I'm not trying to change what he's trying to do. That's been his formula. But like I said, since Blackish dropped, I was like, how are you presenting this show in a way that says I got something to say, and then you go about saying it in a way that clowns what it is you're trying to say? There's an episode on Blackish where he wanted, actually it kind of relates to that last episode of Black as Fuck that I just watched. He wanted to do something with his kids. I think he took his kids on a ski trip or something like that. But it was like I think they had like a Kwanzaa episode or something on Blackish and shit. And it was like, it wasn't just that he wanted to show his kids Kwanzaa, but he had to go all super over the top, neurotic, crazy black man to show his kids. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, dude, that's legit. But then you do it in a way that makes you a clown. That kind of bothers me a little bit. Same thing in this Bears episode. Dude puts this painting on his wall. That's like this black painter with some real shit to say. He got something to say, and it's like it's a real meaning to it. Dude can explain it. Luckily, he had dude on there to explain the painting. But in the meantime,
luckily, that was the whole point, bro. The dude is supposed to be an idiot. He's supposed to be Larry David. You know what I'm saying? That's the idea. Like he's supposed to be the
Speed. Can you name a show that does what you're talking about in a good way to your liking?
Well, no, but that's why I watch these shows. The first thing I said when I started,
you yet to find a show that does that?
No. What I'm saying is, I started my point saying I watch all of his shows and I enjoy it. This one I like the least, but I enjoy all his shows. I'm probably the only one here to watch all of his shows.
Yeah,
so I'm not saying
everything.
Like,
no, I don't. But anyway, that's a whole other topic.
Here's one thing. Like,
it's just not funny.
Like I completely agree with you on that perspective, and like I get what you're saying, Steve. Like I do. I just don't agree because here's the thing: is that he's presenting it in a different way, in a different tone, because it's a comedy. It's a sitcom. That's what it's supposed to be. Do you
really in your heart believe that all he's trying to present is comedy? You believe that?
But that's not what I said. You're misinterpreting what I'm saying. I'm saying
I believe that I'm tired of talking about this goddamn show. I believe that.
The premise of the show is that it's a sitcom. That's just the bottom line. That's just what it's presented of. If you look at the classification of it,
Speed just doesn't like where the punchline comes in. He's fine with it being a comedy. He just doesn't like where the punchline is.
When Garv said his first comment, it related to something I said in the episode that we did that hasn't dropped yet, but I don't even want to get into that. But it has to do.
Let's not get any more into this goddamn show.
It has to do with presentation though, because if you feed me a presentation like Jinx said the show is called Black as Fuck. That already put, and you commented on the siege. It already puts a thing in your mind, and if you start watching and don't get, if I put a show up called Muslim as Fuck, and then I start watching the show and it was about people in Beverly Hills, you'd be like, what the fuck is this? And I'm not saying he's done that, but what I'm saying is I know what this dude tries to accomplish in all of his shows, because it does. Haiku was right. It has all of them has a historic kind of streamline through all of his shows. Like, this is what happened to black people. If y'all don't understand this, here's the history. He does that in all of his shows. So it's trying to be real to some degree.
Well, before we do that, Garbs, I will say this. You know, we ain't nobody gonna change anybody's mind at the end of this conversation.
Yeah,
right? So we might as well go on
So the real question is, since we're almost an hour in already, and we talking about
20 on that fucking goddamn show.
Agreed. So the real question is battling. Okay, we know we got an episode about that coming up. Erykah Badu, Jill Scott.
Yes,
it's coming up,
bro. Okay, see, I was segueing. But yes, that is definitely one that I wanted to see.
We had a conversation on the last R&B battle that went left, so I think we should probably go ahead and discuss this right now.
Yeah, I mean, before it happens,
sweater. That's what
there it is.
Yeah,
man, I can't wait. So, who you got? Who you got?
That's what I'm asking.
I got Jill. I gotta go with Jill, just for the nostalgia.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this in battle aspects. I think Jill is the better singer, so she's the better writer, but Badu's the better performer. So you got bars versus performance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Clash of styles.
I think Badu in the ninth.
See, I think this is what I feel like. This is what I feel like. I feel like Badu has probably a lot more jams, but Jill has the classic album. I think those are the difference.
Erykah got a classic album.
I was gonna say,
she was incredible, bro.
There's a lot of people that feel she does.
Yeah,
she got incredible albums, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. And we're not gonna. And who cares about the album when it's gonna be song for song, right? It ain't like which album is better. It's gonna be song for song. And that's a presentation.
I'm telling you right now, Erykah Badu is gonna have the more interesting stories to go along with her songs.
I probably agree with that.
Okay, I was about to say. I'm not saying that Jill's not going to have interesting stories.
No, you're right. Here's the difference right here, though. Here's the difference right here. She gonna say, "Yeah, I remember writing this song about Andre 3000's punk ass. Right, I remember writing this song
exactly, and he was in the other room.
I remember writing a song about Lonnie Common's punk ass. I remember writing this
and he was in the other room.
DOC,
and he was in the other room.
God, yeah. I mean, this is gonna be.
I remember I wrote this song for my son Puma.
Right,
it's gonna be dope.
She got 3 dudes right now, and I just named them. She got 3 dudes right now that are nervous as
Jay Electronica.
About the story that she might tell during this battle.
Jay Electronica.
Listen, Jill Scott is just a prop. Them 3 dudes might be the real losers to this battle. Like, that's all.
4 dudes.
Yeah, y'all know Erykah. She already heavy on social.
I mean,
Erykah,
my
she's
perspective
heavy
of
on
this
social.
thing is like I'm going into all these like battles with quotation marks. Is like I'm just enjoying the music and you know what I mean. Like I'm so thankful that they're actually happening. So I haven't really kept of any of them. Like. You can tell momentum and all that just with.
It's just for fun. We're all the winners. We're the winners.
Like we all win. We win.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're the winners. We're the winners.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, with that, I gotta bounce, y'all. It's about that time. Jinx, you gotta light that cigar up, man. Have one for me.
I'm about to. You already know that. That.
Cool.
So yeah, just so all of y'all know, we have 4 episodes on our YouTube channel. Please go ahead and check that out. You know what I'm saying? United Ground at YouTube. We're going to have a new episode next Thursday, or this Thursday, so to speak. And, you know what I'm saying? We're just going to keep it pushing, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're looking to have some guests on pretty soon. So definitely tune into that. You know what I mean?
Thank you for the support.
Y'all didn't come through on that Cash App like I wanted y'all, but it's all the love.
Your day ain't over.
The day is not.
It's not. This is gonna re-air, and I'm gonna keep my Cash App. I'm gonna keep it
for the watch party
for a whole week. It's gonna be Jinx's B-Day, my Cash App name, and then I'm gonna change it. So you got a week for May 3rd. To keep sending me money.
Oh God. Holla.
Peace out.
All right.
Have a blessed day.
Yeah.
Peace.